Alright everyone, here we are again making yet another dish from India. This time it is Rasam from southern India. I'm moving to the southern part of India here down by the coastal areas. And this is yet another vegetarian dish. Yeah, vegetarian, so we got ghee. Almost vegan, but we got ghee. I got this recommendation from my friend dharzthevegetarian over on Instagram. I'll have her link in the description down below. Probably for like almost all of these videos. I talked to her about most of them. She has an Instagram page exclusively about cooking Indian food. All vegetarian food, obviously from the name. But what you're gonna need to make this one is tomatoes, about 12 ounces. This is a 14-ounce can. I'm just gonna dump it all, who cares? It's actually 2 ounces of tomatoes that are going in mine. Some tamarind paste, ghee, 4 cloves of garlic, 2 red dried chilies, some curry leaves, a bunch of cilantro. From spices, whole peppercorns, mustard seed, hing powder, cumin seed, fenugreek, and turmeric. Oh, you're also gonna need like sugar and salt, you know, stuff that I'm not gonna mention here. But to start, what we're gonna need is to dry cook some of our spices. So first of all, grab one of the red chilies, throw it in there, about 5 peppercorns, about a 1/4 teaspoon of, oh, spilt a bunch of it, about a 1/4 teaspoon of fenugreek, whole fenugreek. I might have overcompensated and added too much fenugreek, but it's fine. I'm the one eating it. You're the one who has to get it right, you know? And 1.5 teaspoons of whole cumin seeds. You're just gonna wanna keep this moving. You're just trying to toast them till they're nice and floral, but make sure not to burn them. Look at that peppercorn go. Hold on, can I get it spinning again? I cannot. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's whipping around. Oh, no, it isn't. Come on. I just need one to break free. There it goes. And it stopped. Starting to really smell them here. Don't overdo it because you can burn them fast. Let's give them a quick flip a couple times. All right. These guys are nice and floral. Get them out of your pan. Be very careful. You know what? I'm going to do this over the sink before I spill these everywhere. Didn't spill it. Lacked confidence. Embarrassing. Let those cool down before grinding them. And cut the heat. While that cools off, let's prep some other stuff to go in the pan and get cooked. We need our 4 garlic cloves. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Peel them. One day, in a distant future, I'll be better at peeling garlic. I always get so excited when I get like a good section coming off and then it breaks away and I immediately hate myself again. There we go. That's one. We got one. Remember, there's no reason to cut the bottom like I am. I'm just doing that because it makes it slightly easier to peel because you kind of are starting with part of it already off. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you get stuff like that when you do it. But there's no reason. It's actually just kind of wasteful. I mean, you're not really wasting much. What is that? Like a little nubbin of garlic. I call it worth it. Because then sometimes you can, that one failed. You can pinch the top and it'll all come off in a sheet. Yeah, like that. Look at that. This is why we sacrifice. We must sacrifice to the garlic gods so that they may pity us and let the garlic peeling process last less than 30 minutes. Oh, we did it. That tedious task is over. That is probably my least favorite thing. Curry leaves. I don't know how many you need. It just is like a handful. You know what? I bet you I can just... Yep, here we go. It's honestly probably enough. 1 stalk of curry leaves. Alrighty, now we're frying stuff. We're gonna add in about 1.5 tablespoons or 2 tablespoons of ghee. That was probably too much ghee. It's fine. Every recipe says add more in at the end. You wanna smash these pieces of these garlic cloves. Hit them with the old mythical kitchen palm heel strike. I'm spilling mustard seed on the ground. Okay, that's cool. I want to be quick about this because I feel like a lot of this stuff's gonna burn. Oh, I'm spilling mustard seed everywhere. Oh, that's a tablespoon. Jesus. You know what? We're wasting that. That's just going in the sink. Ah, there's mustard seed all over the ground. We're just gonna turn the heat off. Things got out of hand there. And you spilt it. Why did I think this was gonna go any other way? I've got the recipe written down right here so I don't screw things up, and yet I'm still screwing things up. 1/2 teaspoon of cumin seed, 1/2 teaspoon of mustard seed, all 4 of those garlic cloves, 1 dried chili, curry leaves. Try and clean up the mess you've made. Turn the heat back on. Things seem to be going fine here. And just keep them moving, keep everything moving. You don't want any of this to burn, you just want it to brown slightly. Pretty much exactly what we did with the spice blend over here, which speaking of, that's cooled off. We can grind this now. Let's check on it. That chili has not been ground. Let's just try and help her out. Use this very stained ladle here to mix these up, because I feel like, yeah, it's browning on one side, but not the other. It's for the most part ground. And now that this is almost done, add in a pinch of the hing powder. All right, seeds are starting to pop. Don't know which ones, but something's starting to pop and crackle and break open, which means time for the tomatoes. Oh God. I forgot what hot oil and water does together. Just mix all that together and bring it back up to a nice simmer. Also, remember, you don't have to measure this, but I'm going to. Teaspoon of salt. Make sure to season your stuff. I do frequently forget it, so now I'm writing it down so I don't. And a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric needs to go in now. Now we need to add in a teaspoon of tamarind paste, which I don't know if this needs to be mixed. This has been in my fridge for a while. You know, this should be a teaspoon. I'm just gonna get that in there. And just in case it wasn't, add a little extra dash. Let's mix that through. Now we need 2 cups of water. It says up to 2.5, so I'll do 2 1/4. And yet again, bring it to a boil. We're gonna need like a lot of this cilantro right now. We'll save some for garnish later. Cilantro stem is perfectly fine to use. I just wanted to do a quick chop through just to break them up a bit. Also, if you got like real big pieces, you can toss it if you don't want that in your soup. See, like this one, that's some thick stem. Now this is about boiling. It doesn't need to be fully boiling, but I mean, I'm just impatient and this doesn't matter when we add it. Add in the powder from before that you ground up and mix that through, along with 1 tablespoon of sugar. And once you got this boiling, go ahead and cut the heat off. Add in that fistful of cilantro and mix it in. Pull it off the heat because it's gonna boil pretty hard with the lid on there. But drop a lid on it and just let it sit for like 5 minutes. All right, 5 minutes is up. Everything should be nice and mixed together. The flavor should be all meshed up. Now we simply take it, pour it into a bowl. Put the rest of this aside, keep it warm, top it with some more fresh cilantro, and that's it. Time to very carefully move it over to where I take photos of things. All right, photos have been taken. What's fun about this time trying this is that my friend literally knows how to make this, and if I say the tasting note's wrong, you know that I'm a fraud, right? People will realize how much of a fraud I am. It smells really good. Oh, hot. Oh, wow. So obviously you get the floralness of the cilantro right off the bat. There's a nice sweetness, I'm guessing from the tomatoes and obviously the sugar that you put in there. A good bit of heat from the chili powder. There's a lot of depth of flavor. A bit of a tartness, I'm guessing from the tamarind. I'm guessing that's where that sour is coming from. Even though there were 4 cloves of garlic, I don't really taste much garlic. I think it's mostly the fenugreek that's coming through pretty strong. That might be because I put too much in there. I think I put like 1.5 times what I was supposed to put in. I could be wrong though. This is a delicious soup. You can serve this with rice as a meal, or just as a soup as a side, or as a meal, you know, your call. I'm gonna eat it as a side because I'm currently also making the mutton right now. That will be, ooh, I don't know if that's next week or in a couple weeks. I don't know where I'm putting this in the list of recipes, but sometime in the future. I am getting that cumin in the background. I almost forgot about it. This is a very, very good, very deep, rich soup. I like it. You should make it. It was pretty easy. Other than like frying up the spices and fresh grinding, which like, you don't have to fresh grind your spices. You can buy the powdered version of it at the store. They sell it as a mix if you want to be lazy. But the fried spices definitely add a lot to it. So I'd recommend still frying your spices, but you don't gotta fresh grind your powder. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week.